Hello, ladies and gents. Oh shit, I have the screen already on. Welcome, welcome to Coast to Coast. We got Barufi back tonight. It is Thursday, October 24th,
Uh-oh.
2024, and we have hopefully another fantastic Halloween spooky themed episode for you guys. So, please,
Mm,
if you enjoy this show tonight, we would really appreciate you showing us support, liking, subscribing to the YouTube channel, or following on Spotify, as well as on the other socials as well, just to show us that much more support. Thank you all so much. How are we doing tonight, boys?
Doing good, doing good. Feels
doing
nice to actually
good.
have internet again.
No, well, I did not hear about that. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great. I am back home, from New Orleans, as I'm sure you guys probably.
Fuck, did Anthony
Uh,
just crash out?
No,
Okay.
I know I'm good.
as
Yeah.
I'm sure
So,
you guys very clearly stated to our listeners that
oh, of
I was
course.
away.
Yes, and I told
Lovely.
them. So guys, Barufi he traveled to New Orleans to get this really, really top of the line, like state of the art, cutting edge rather, uh,
There we go.
medical procedure done because he has a rare brain disease that makes him stupid,
Yeah,
and so now he's he's doing a lot better.
I've seen enlightenment. I'll
Yeah,
probably use fancier words from now on. So
yeah. No more beautiful, at the beginning,
no, 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 no.
but
Call me shining.
shiny. All right.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll do that next week. But you went to New Orleans. You saw an Opeth concert. How was that?
The same way you just described it, it was a brain surgery. Um, it was a once in a lifetime experience. I was telling Jacob.
hmm
I'll be able to proudly say in 30 years, yeah, I watched OPEF in their prime. So, uh,
Awesome.
and I say in their prime because I mean, people will argue the drummers because OPEF has had different drummers over the years, but Terry is a great fucking drummer, and Ackerfeld and all the other guys are still playing like they're 20, so they're still in their prime, and it was a phenomenal experience.
That's fantastic. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Hmm. Oh
Sounds like
yeah,
it would have been a lot of fun. Yeah, on my list for sure.
and I should also say, I sat first row, um, and on top of that, I flew from Florida to New Orleans, stayed in a hotel, and all of that first row ticket cost me $250. So talk about hello.
I said hell yeah, but it probably didn't go through.
So
Yeah.
talk about worth. Talk about worth.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that
I'll,
was.
took it right out of his mouth.
Yep. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Uh,
Indeed.
very nice. Very cool. So you made it to New Orleans before Jacob did, and he's a Saints fan. That's awesome. Uh,
Yeah, we'll see if that lasts.
I
yeah.
saw the Superdome. I saw the Superdome.
By the
Yeah.
way,
Yeah, you
just so
got to
you,
tell him.
Brophy, because you weren't here for last episode, I have officially made the announcement that if the Saints draft Shadur Sanders, I am going to be doing an open lottery on who I will be a fan of next.
Is there a way I'll convince you to become a Dolphins fan? Question mark.
I'm going to be eliminating 5 teams before I do the drawing, and the Dolphins will not be one of the teams that I eliminate.
Let's go. What are those teams? Can I guess?
Yeah, you can go ahead and guess, but the Panthers are one of them.
Okay.
The
The Falcons
Falcons.
are the Falcons.
No, actually, the Falcons I won't eliminate because they have cool uniforms.
Okay. Well, I don't think you're gonna say Tampa. So Panthers, Dallas.
Yes.
Kansas City.
Yes.
Yep, yep.
Another
Not
option.
Niners. New England.
No, I'm okay with the Patriots.
He likes Drake May.
Okay, I like Drake May. I don't give a shit about the Patriots. I mean, there's bias though there.
There's
Ravens.
huh?
Yeah,
Ravens.
Ravens.
And
Yeah.
Steelers.
Okay, I might have to eliminate 6 teams.
Yeah.
I will never become a fucking Bears fan, dude.
Yeah.
So,
Fun stuff.
Dude,
Anyway.
I started. I had no clue who I was gonna pick for the Queens draft,
uh,
and
Mhm.
now I have a full list now.
That's awesome.
Look at me.
Well, since we're in that topic here, do we want to move on to the drafts here, or do you guys want a little bit extra time?
I'm up to you guys. How many drafts do we have today? Let me see.
Just the two.
Oh yeah, so I'm chilling.
I want to give my quick synopsis real quick of Da Bear.
Oh, sure. Let's
Oh
hear
yeah.
it.
So while I will never be a Bears fan, I am a massive Da Bear fan because
The Bear fan.
Yeah, Da Bear is fucking hilarious, dude. That show genuinely, it never ceases to make me laugh. It's so fucking funny. The scene in that I especially found funny is this incredible episode where Anthony informed me that there was a 17-minute uncut shot, and that's essentially what the whole episode was, which is so fucking impressive. One, just like as someone who can appreciate film, but watching the episode, you watch it and you don't realize it, and then you look back at it and you're like, holy fucking shit, that was all continuous. And so it's just so fucking surreal and like cool to watch that and get to experience it, because that doesn't happen in film at all. But then there's also the scene where it's fucking chaos going on in the entire episode, but this chef is holding a knife and another chef backs into it, gets stabbed in the ass, and then leaves the fucking
Jesus
kitchen.
Christ.
He says, I just got fucking stabbed, Carmi. And Carmi is like, you probably fucking deserved it too.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of The Bear and I was enjoying it. I don't know why I ever stopped.
It's
Dude.
so good.
It's so good. That show is so fucking funny, dude.
Yeah.
Because like, I find so much more appreciation for a drama that is really funny than a show that's just trying to be funny and is like extremely stupid.
Mhm.
The Bear delivers in both drama, like I care about what's going on, and it's just also very funny on top of that. Really great show. I love it.
So you're through all of season 1 at this point, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and that 8th episode really does lean into the drama aspect. Very emotional stuff going on.
Oh
Um, yeah, love that. Love that show so much. I've seen it multiple times now. It's become kind of a comfort thing for me at this point, similar to The Office.
It goes by so quick because I'm used to watching 45-minute episode shows, because like I lived for Shameless, I lived for Breaking Bad. Blacklist is another one that I really enjoy. So I'm not used to 20-minute episode segments, but I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it keeps the pace fast, which reminds me of kitchen work, because I love to be in kitchens. I love to work in kitchens. Most of the content I consume is based off of food and how to prepare it and like how to like further it, because that's probably my favorite hobby outside of gaming and sports.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a great appreciation for that show, with both its accuracies and just the overall story.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Maybe.
All
Me
right.
too.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So that's awesome. Yeah. Burfy, did you ever get a chance to catch those movies that I recommended, or are we still working into them?
I was gonna do it because Wednesday is my free day of the week, and
Okay.
Wednesday I'm in New Orleans, so it kind of sucked.
Yeah.
Let me think about. I mean, tomorrow I should have the afternoon free. Work should be early tomorrow. Weekend. What am I doing Saturday? Oh, Saturday I'm going to Nova. I have the night free.
Real quick, Saturday, what are you guys doing? It'll be 11 a.m. for you, Anthony, and then 2 p.m. for you, Broofy. What are you guys doing?
I have the whole morning and afternoon busy. I'm going to they call it a pre-dental day, where it's just this event at a dental school.
Oh, okay. And then what are you doing at 11 a.m. tomorrow?
I will likely be coaching a soccer game at 9 a.m. and then I believe my family's doing a yard sale after that. So yeah, tough one. We will. Don't worry. We will get to game together.
Well, no. That's not what.
Oh, okay.
The UFC card this weekend is in the afternoon because it's in Abu Dhabi, and those bitches get to dictate whatever they want because they have money and they pay Dana White hella.
Mm-hmm.
But I was gonna say you guys should at least tune in for Max Holloway versus Ilya Taporia, because it's gonna be a massive fight. in the community, and it'll be a highly entertaining one at that. But
Gotcha.
don't worry about it. It's not something that you're into, so
I mean,
wouldn't expect.
I'll watch a fight if it's on, but yeah, usually I won't like volunteer to turn it on. It's not my favorite sport, that's for sure.
That's fair.
But yeah,
No criticism.
I hope it's a good fight.
Well, the whole storyline is Ilya Taporia is undefeated and he's the current champion, and Max Holloway is like a guy who's been around for almost or over a decade now, but he's so young still. He's only 31, which is insane because he's already like a top 12 UFC fighter of all time, in my opinion.
Mhm.
And if he can gain the belt back, he's gonna shoot up those rankings because it's just a massive storyline. And right now, like Ilya Taporia is like supposed to win, but he's like the big bad. Like nobody wants him to win, so everyone's cheering for Max Holloway, but he's the underdog. So it's like the hero of the story who's not expected to win. Can he fucking do it? Like it's just like you really want to see it happen, but you're just on the edge of your seat the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm excited for it. It'll be a great fight, regardless.
Nice.
And either way, real quick,
Mhm.
either way, UFC wins, like just as a fan, because you either have the guy that you want to win, which is Max Holloway, you either have him win and he gets back to belt and it's an amazing fucking story, or you have an undefeated UFC champion whose two most recent fights are knocking out Alexander Volkanovski, who's undeniably a top 6 UFC fighter of all time, and then beating Max Holloway, who's undeniably a top 15 UFC fighter of all time. So either way, it's great storyline wise. I just want it to be Max Holloway.
All right, very cool. Well, I hope you enjoy the fight. I hope everyone is still safe. I a couple weeks ago they had that one women's match, and the one woman had like that giant gash cut in right on top of her eye, and like it just looked like flesh was gonna come off. That was one of the most gruesome things I've ever seen. That was bad.
You're talking about Irene Aldana. That was not recent. That was back in June, I believe.
Was it that long ago? I thought there was just a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago.
It would have been July. But yeah, that's Irene Aldana you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Maybe I saw it further back than I remember. But yeah,
No,
that was pretty brutal. Regardless.
Dude, you should look up Drew Dober post Gene Silva fight. That guy got fucked up by a guy who wears nerd glasses in the ring.
Do I want to?
It was entertaining.
Okay, let's look at a picture here. I'm not showing it on the screen because, you know. Oh yeah, I have seen that cut before. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty bad.
That was July as well.
Mm.
That was actually on the same fight night that the Irene Aldana cut was.
Oh really? Okay. Wow, iconic. Holy shit. Well, yeah. Yeah, that it's those ones with the face and especially on their eyes that really bother me. And then the other ones are anytime that a leg gets broken, like especially when they go in for a kick and it just wraps around their opponent's leg or something. Those are the worst, dude.
In the UFC.
Huh?
That's only happened 4 times in the entirety of the UFC.
Really? I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
surprised that it's that rare, but every time it happens, it just sticks with me for such a long time because it's that like just gross.
Yeah, what's crazy about that is 2 of them were related to Chris Weidman. So Anderson Silva broke his leg with Chris Weidman checking it, and then Chris Weidman broke his leg against Uriah Hall.
That was 9/11 for Brazilians, by the way.
Huh?
Wow.
And Anderson Silva breaking his leg was actually 9/11 for Brazilians.
Wow.
Anderson Silva is a punk. Not actually. I'm just a big Chael Sonnen fan. I don't know if you know who Chael Sonnen is, but he's a fucking legend.
Mm-hmm.
He like would have the best fucking press conferences, and like he has a YouTube channel now because he's such a big personality. But I can't remember who he beat the shit out of, but he beat the shit out of someone, And then they're like, "Who do you think is your next fight after having such a great performance?" And he just leans into the mic and he's like, "Anderson Silva, you absolutely suck."
Oh my.
Wow.
Well, Anderson Silva was on like a 10-fight win streak. He had like cleared out the division.
That is grade A shit talk. I tell you
Yeah,
what.
it was awesome. He also had a fight with John Jones, and he was like hyping himself up going into the fight. And then John Jones was getting really sick of him, so John Jones just fought him exactly how he fights. Like he basically just stole his style and beat the shit out of him doing it. And he's talking about the fight like a decade after it happened, and he's like, after losing a fight, you really want to go out there and get it back, and you just like feel like you could have had that one. With John Jones, I did not need that fight again.
Hmm.
He's like, I did not want to get back in the ring with that dude standing opposite of me.
Yeah, I would. I mean, it takes balls just to step in the ring in general. That never me. Fuck that.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Every time I be watching these fights, it makes me gassed up. Like I want to go spar someone.
Oh hell no.
That's toxic masculinity, baby.
Maybe like a casual sparring would be fun, and it's good like cardio and stuff. So, but
Yeah, I would do like jujitsu or like Muay Thai.
mm-hmm.
I would want to like learn an actual martial art. I wouldn't want to just go in there and spar and like get my fucking head beaten.
Right.
But enough talk about the UFC. I think it's time we start talking about Scream Queens.
Sure thing. Let's get right into the action. We are doing 2 drafts today, and we're going to keep up with the Halloween theme because it's October, and this is going to release before October. So, if you don't like it, suck it. I don't know.
One thing I forgot to mention when I
Yeah.
was talking about New Orleans, Halloween is huge there, and I fucking loved seeing it.
Oh, I'm sure that was.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was so nice to see. Because
Mhm.
I love Halloween, and in Florida, it's not that big of a deal. There's,
Really?
there's like parties. People just like,
Yeah.
just use Halloween as an excuse to party and whatnot. But like, when I think of Halloween, I think of going out, trick or treating, and just like seeing decorations.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, partying, I guess, but to me, it's about the decorations and whatnot. And New Orleans definitely had that, so
Yeah.
it was lovely to see.
That's nice. I'm a big Halloween guy too.
Yeah.
Not so much this year. I don't know why, but hopefully it's not a trend that it's just going to go away. All right. So as usual with our drafts, we got a picker wheel to decide the order, and we're going to do it live because I don't want to be accused of cheating.
Yeah, Anthony, he just is tired of being caught.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm not a good liar. So here we go. This is for the first overall pick in the Scream Queens draft.
This one, I want the swing pick for.
I'll get my pick regardless.
Well, son of a bitch.
For sure, guys, for sure.
All right. I have the first overall here. That's fine. Whatever. I probably have a... What's that?
General outline for everybody listening. We're taking characters, not actresses.
Well, yes, but I only have actresses written down. But I have also the franchise that I want from them. So we can.
I'm in the same boat as Anthony here.
We can parse it to who won that pick? Jacob. Okay, Jacob, you have the middle pick. But we will parse it. It'll work out fine.
I want to do actresses we can. I mean, it's 2-1 at that point.
Oh, okay. Well, as long as it's not a problem for you.
Nope, it won't be.
Perfect.
All
right.
I have to look up because I have their characters listed.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I mean, it's just kind of, there's like one that's the most iconic here, and like there are plenty of contenders as well, but I think it might be a little criminal to not pick Jamie Lee Curtis, so I'm just gonna, it typed on my notes, not on the JamieLee Curtis.
Yeah, but you could have left her for 3rd overall,
I know, and honestly, that might not even be my personal first pick, but I think that's got to be the one. And there are other ones too that are certainly worth an early pick, but
I think I'm
Boo.
who Anthony probably would have taken 1-1 if he was going off his personal list, and that's gonna be Nev Campbell.
Yeah, that's probably it. I don't know. I don't know. But maybe. But that would be like that. I think that would be the clear second overall in terms of iconic as well.
There's still a lot of good ones left.
Oh yeah, and probably some
Mhm.
of them that I have on here, maybe you guys don't have written down too, and that'll be fun as well, comparing lists.
Yeah.
So now here,
Yep.
I will take Jodie Foster, Silence of the Lambs.
Okay.
And then Jenna Ortega.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Sigourney Weaver and Alien.
Damn it. Well, that kind of is annoying. I also wanted her for Ghostbusters, but it's all right.
Ghostbusters. I never enjoyed Ghostbusters. Let me
Not
tell
even
you.
the original, man. That's a good movie. I love the original.
Never got into it. I'm sorry.
That's a damn shame. Damn shame. But it's all right.
What is the name of that?
I don't know if this is the right pick to make
Oh.
here, but it's my list, so fuck it. I'm gonna go ahead and take Shelley Duvall.
Damn
The
it,
Shining.
man. That's also on my list.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. I also had her here.
Good pick. Good pick. It was
Yep.
on our lists. I guess we can once again just kind of go more iconic here. And then and also at least one of these is more of the classical type of scream queen. So we're just gonna do it. We're gonna take Janet Leigh, who is the actress in Psycho,
Mm-hmm.
and then this is where it gets tough because there are quite a few people that I would be more than happy with here.
Died.
So we're just gonna go. We're just gonna go straight down the list that I have here, and the next one I've got is Toni Collette.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
My pick is still on the board, thankfully.
Is it Jenna Ortega? You got two of the scream queens, you know?
Yeah. No. Gotta take Heather Langenkamp here.
All right, fair pick. Is it
So
Langenkamp?
earlier,
It's
Like that?
Langen. Yeah.
Okay.
okay. So for this one,
From the original 9.
maybe you guys are familiar, maybe you guys are not. With Bates Motel, I watched very little of it, and it looked again same thing with the bear. It was absolutely phenomenal. I don't know why I stopped watching it. I have to watch Bates Motel. Vera Farmiga is absolutely phenomenal.
Damn it, man.
In Bates Motel, she's absolutely phenomenal.
I was hoping she would fall to me again, so I can get her for the Conjuring films, but it's all right.
And the next one I'll take you is Shawnee Smith, playing Amanda and Saul.
It's a W, right?
Is Sean? I'm sorry, Shawnee is 2 E's. Shawnee Smith.
But it is a W.
Yes.
Okay, got that right. Hell yeah, brother.
God.
I have 2 really good picks here. I think one is gonna fly under the radar a little bit. So
I think I know which one you're thinking.
Yeah, I think so too.
Are you gonna pick it here, or are you gonna pick it in the 5th round?
Fuck. I think I'm gonna risk it and take in the 5th round. Actually, I don't know because I don't think you're gonna take the other one that I have.
Okay.
So if it was Roofy, I would go with this. But I'm gonna go ahead and take the one that's under the radar a little bit, and that's gonna be Samara Weaving.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Okay, that wasn't mine. Okay.
I knew it. As soon as you said it was under the radar, I was like, yeah, it's gonna be Samara Weaving for Ready or Not.
Yeah, Ready or Not, amazing fucking horror movie. Like, I don't want to say it's like a 5-star. It's not. It's like one of the best 3.5-star movies you can ever see.
Hey, she was on my list.
There's one that's really flying under the radar here.
There are a couple.
Wow.
And I might.
Yeah, there's 2 here for me. I mean, there's 3 for me that I'm like, 3. Oh my.
I have 3. I have 4 that are still on my list that haven't been picked. So we're looking good.
I could go to 6 rounds here, honestly. At 7, honestly.
We're gonna go with a more just similar to Jacob with the Samara Weaving pick, a newer Scream Queen. I'm gonna take Micah Monroe from It Follows, from Watcher, and from Longlegs from this year. So
She's a long leg as well. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And then again,
Another movie I
I
have to
still have
watch.
3
Talking
here,
about it.
so it's kind of going to be sad to leave some of these off the board. But I do want to. So one of the 3 that I have written here is, and if you guys allow it, I'm gonna take it because it'll just be too funny.
Wait. Can we go for a 6th round on this one?
Sure, it won't work for graphic purposes, but we could do a fun 6th round. Okay. But in that case, if we're gonna do 6, and the last one, I'll save that last one for fun, for the fun 6th round. And we're just gonna go with Sarah Michelle Gellar. From The Grudge and Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Scream 2.
Yeah, Scream 2 as well, yeah.
Okay. And this is where we get in the fuck Roofy category.
Fuck Roofy.
I'm going to be taking Oscar Joy.
I knew, dude, how did I know? Those were your 2 picks.
Actually,
how did I know?
Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
I should have just I should have just said your picks before you even said them, because I had a feeling. I had a fucking feeling.
Like, why would you do that? Like, why would you do that?
Because her role or her acting in The Menu is one of the best performances I've
It's
seen.
phenomenal. I know.
The best performance I've seen in a movie in the last decade. Like, I just that movie is
Also,
only because of her.
Also, Pan's Labyrinth.
Also, The Witch.
The Witch.
Yes.
Split.
Yes.
Season
yes,
Split.
Oh man, I should have picked Anya Taylor way higher. Man.
Another modern Scream Queen. Good one. She was on my list too.
Okay, listen, I'm not mad. Okay, you take her, and I have 2 other ones here.
Yeah, there's still one here that only was in one movie that is memorable, but her role in that movie was so good that it's worth drafting.
I have 2 ones here that maybe you guys are not familiar with this one. Maybe, because this movie was not good, but her acting was absolutely phenomenal.
Okay.
And that is Lupita. How do I say?
Oh, Lupita Nyong'o.
Yes, Lupita Nyong'o. Her acting in Us was great.
I think that's how it's spelled.
Nyong. No, it's Nyong together, and then the apostrophe after the G.
Oh, okay, gotcha. It's the other. Yeah. It's the other O.
Okay. Yes.
Close
and then
enough.
Here,
there's still. Quick, I just want to say that there's still an Oscar-winning Scream Queen that hasn't been picked yet.
I am not sure if it's this one, because I don't know if
Oscar winning.
Got
Oscar winning.
Not for the Scream Queen role. No, certainly not. Really? Ooh.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll let you take
so
it. Well,
the reason why I think she felt as hard is because her role in her movie is not that important. So maybe you guys won't even allow me to pick her. But that is Betty Gabriel in Get Out.
No, that's fine. If that's what you want.
Yeah, I think she did a phenomenal job.
I mean, that's similar to like considering Drew Barrymore for the opening scene in Scream, you know?
Okay.
So there are 3 picks that I have here that I think need to be mentioned. And I'm gonna take the more obscure one. She's only been a really good Scream Queen one time, but I think it's such an iconic scream that she has that it's worth it. And that's gonna be Sally Hardesty in Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll let Anthony pick, but there's 2 names that I think need to be mentioned.
Okay, so because this is just a kind of a silly round, obviously it still counts for us, but if you guys will allow it, I want. Hold on 1 second. Sorry. Good night, bud. It just makes me laugh every time I think about it. I want the Sheb Woolley, who is the person who created the Wilhelm scream.
Okay.
It's not a queen. It's a king, but if you'll allow it.
Go for it. I thought you were going to say Jennifer Aniston for her role in The Leprechaun.
No, I'm not doing
So, real quick, the two names that weren't mentioned, it's kind of absurd that one of them didn't get drafted, and that's Barbara Crampton.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
That's a pretty glaring omission. But then the Oscar winner is Linda Blair.
she won an Oscar. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, she won an Oscar for her performance in The Exorcist.
Okay. Now that I think about it. Okay. Cool. Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, that was our Scream Queen draft. Vitor, do you have any honorable mentions? Any shout outs? I have one.
I think pretty much either this Jacob guy picked, okay, or I did. I think those are pretty much my favorite ones. I think.
Okay, look, you can just admit that I won the draft. It's okay.
Well, you don't have Vera Farmiga, so I don't know.
Fair enough. Okay, so my last honorable mention is and I talked about this film yesterday on the show. It is Naomi Scott for her role in Smile 2. I think that is genuinely one of the better performances on the entire year, not just for horror.
She had a big role, right? She had a big role in it.
Yeah, she's the main character.
Oh, okay.
She was absolutely incredible. Like throughout the entire film, I thought she was totally fantastic. She nailed every possible emotion you wanted to get out of the character. She completely nailed. So I wanted to give her a quick shout out because I don't know if I mentioned her specifically yesterday, but this is the perfect time to do it because we're talking Screen Queens. A young career for her, so this should be exciting. To see where it goes from here. But good job.
Yeah, I have two more modern ones that I want to mention real quick. One is Andy Manischak. She played Alice in the recent Halloween trilogy. I don't think her performance was that great in Halloween Kills, but as bad as Halloween Ends was, I thought her acting was actually really good, and I thought she was an amazing Scream Queen in the 2018 film Halloween as well. And then the other one I want to give a shout out to is Elizabeth Moss for her performance in The Invisible Man.
Yeah. All right.
Goated.
Very cool. That was a fun draft. Yeah. Let us know who you would have drafted in the 1-1 or, just in general. Who are some of your favorite Scream Queens of all time? I had the first overall pick, so I took Jamie Lee Curtis. Then after, I took Janet Leigh, Toni Collette, Micah Monroe, and Sarah Michelle Gellar for my fifth. And then the fun sixth round, Sheb Woolley, the Wilhelm Scream. And then Jacob with the 1-2, you took Neve Campbell, Shelley Duvall, Heather Langenkamp, Samara Weaving, Anya Taylor-Joy, and then for the sixth round, Sally Hardesty. And then Vitor selected with the 1-3, Jodie Foster, Sigourney Weaver, Vera Farmiga, Shawnee Smith, Lupita Nyong'o, and Betty Gabriel. So, good draft.
Betty Gabriel, low-key a steal.
Yeah, it's not no Anya though.
I'm actually needing this guy.
Yeah. Fun stuff. And now we are moving on to the second draft we have today, which should be a lot of fun as well. And, likely very...
The longest one we had, right?
Yeah, we've never done a 10 round before. And likely the most diverse one ever. I'm not sure what direction you guys are going to go with this, but this should be fun. Should be talking about a lot of different scary scenes.
It's personal criteria. It's not. I have to pick the scariest ones, right?
Oh no, it's our favorites, yeah, or what we think the best is.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. All right, here we go with the spinner wheel again. All right, Vitor, you got the 1-1 this time.
Yes.
Yes.
Fantastic. I hope you don't do weird shit.
No, why would I ever? Why would I ever?
Oh, I forgot to remove you. God damn it. Okay, let's do that again. Let's run it back. Oh! Jacob by a hair gets the middle pick again. You're just a middle child today.
Hey, it worked out for me last time, so I'm not complaining.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. And this draft has commenced.
Um, to me, this is an absolute no-brainer. Okay, and this Hannibal Lecter escaping in Silence of the Lambs.
All right. I don't know.
And this is
I mean, look,
my absolute favorite.
how do I'm trying to figure out how to fit this properly. Lecter escape.
Just Hannibal Lecter's escape, I guess. Yeah, Lecter's escape. Yeah, something like that.
Escape.
It's cop say, yep.
Okay. That works. All
I
right.
think
It's a great scene.
I didn't order these very well. Fuck. I think I'm gonna have to go with Here's Johnny from The Shining.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
and a quick caveat, by the way, as well. For this one, once that movie is taken, you cannot pick again from that movie. Just to make it aware for the viewers. So Here's Johnny. The Shining. All right, good pick. I would have picked something else from The Shining, but look, that's what this is all about, you know. The Twins in the Hallway is what I would have picked.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Good pick.
Okay, I've got
one, real quick for the viewers. Is it one per movie or is it one per franchise?
I think this one, because we're doing 10 rounds, if you wanted to do different movies, that's okay. Or if you guys would rather, we could just do one per franchise. That's also fine.
I per movie.
Okay, cool. All right. Like you, I didn't order my list very much. I just kind of was like running through my letterbox to see, get some ideas. So we might be a little out of order here in terms of like impact and whatnot, but I think always one of the ones that stuck with me the most afterwards was the birthday party in Signs.
Okay. That is a good one. Very underrated one.
You think it's underrated? I feel like maybe at the time it was, but now it's being talked about more.
People. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, fantastic scene. And then another one, partially because it's iconic, partially because it's also just a great scene and how it delivers and builds tension and it opens the film.
Fuck, you're gonna open for Scream.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to take. The opening. Oops, I keep typing it in my goddamn notes. Opening scene in Scream. I don't even know what to say otherwise as far as titling, but that'll work just fine. Yeah, sorry I had to snipe you, but
yeah. So, see, the thing is, okay, I'm definitely gonna snipe Rofier because we just changed it to a movie instead of a series. So give me John waking up in the Saw, or the first Saw movie, or like John Wright.
I'm actually about to kill this guy.
Oh, another thing before we go any further in this thing, keep in mind if you're listening, there are serious potential spoilers in this one in particular. So if you don't mind
Jesus
getting
Christ.
spoiled, obviously Saw is from 2004, so like you've had 20 years to watch it. But again, if you don't want to be spoiled about anything, maybe skip this particular draft. But you
might
can
be
also
a little
watch
late,
it.
Maybe
Maybe a little late, but it's all right.
They already heard the whole plot of Saw 1. I mean,
yeah, maybe. But and regardless, there's 10 rounds total of this. I just wanted to make sure we throw that disclaimer out as well in round 2. All right.
It's my time, right? So I think the scene in The Shining where Danny is riding his tricycle in the hallways, and I mean not necessarily the scene where he encounters the twins, but just that whole shot.
Yeah,
and
the oneer.
Right now?
Say it again, Jacob.
I mean, yes.
Is he seriously trying to pick a scene from The Shining?
Yeah.
No, you can't do that. We just said.
I thought we could.
No. Once that movie's taken, you can't take that anymore.
But if I pick Silence of the Lambs, can I pick Silence of the Lambs again or no?
No.
Okay, so we're just not. Okay.
No, not the same movie.
Okay, so So I
It's all right.
misheard.
No,
I
no,
misheard.
it's all right. Yeah, it's all
Well,
right.
then I'll do the Pale Man scene in Pan's
All
Labyrinth.
right, yeah. It was going to be taken by either you or I at some point, so.
And now I would do Hide and Clap in
Damn it!
Conjuring.
I was really hoping that would fall to my next one.
Don't think so, buddy.
Well, obviously.
Don't think so, buddy.
Fuck, there's so many good.
There are a lot.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to go with. This may not be one that was in like competition of being picked, but one that I think deserves to be picked this high. And it's gonna be the final scene of Texas Chainsaw Massacre where she's riding off on the truck just screaming
Yeah.
bloody murder. That shot is so iconic.
All right. Oh, massacre is not spelled that way. R-E. There we go. Yeah, maybe a little early for the final scene in particular, but I understand where your head's at.
Also could have forced that scene.
Okay. Well, now my plan has changed a little bit because Broofy took the Conjuring Hide and Clap. And it's not that big of a deal because I have plenty here. Now I could be funny again, like I was last week with the horror films that aren't horror films.
Yeah.
I'll save that for later. As far as like, some of the more iconic, scary shit, scary scenes, I think this one is also up there. And it's not even necessarily a horror film. There's certainly horrifying elements to it, but it's the T-Rex in Jurassic Park.
Chasing the Jeep.
Well, not before that though, when it first breaks out.
Yeah, when it makes absolutely no sense how it goes over the fence and then there's just a cliff on that fence.
Sure. Yeah, but anyway. I think it's still a fantastic scene of building tension and, not using music and just keeping it very silent and quiet, and it allows you to just sit there in how horrifying that would actually be. So I think it's fantastic.
The water is what makes it iconic for me.
Yeah. All right. And then, oh man, this is just so tough. There's so many great options. I'm a kid in a candy store right now. We'll just go with another one that I think is just completely iconic, and it's also fantastic. I'm not just trying to pick iconic stuff here, but it's kind of tough at this point, so early in the draft. I'm just going to go with a chestburster in Alien.
That's very fair.
Final scene is also something I considered for Alien.
Yeah, I kind of want to tail off on the chestburster thing and go something similar. I'm going to go with the scene in The Thing where the chest becomes a mouth and bites.
Yep. Chest opener. That was also on my list, that scene in particular.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised this movie's still here. Okay. But I will take Halloween, the closet scene with Myers.
Okay. Yeah, that was going to be taken at some point.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. So closet scene with Myers, and I kind of have to see, because I have two that I think will be my 9 and 10. I think they're gonna fall hard. Or either they're gonna fall hard or Jacob is gonna pick them right now. So I don't know.
Yeah, there's no in between.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'll go with it though. So here I will pick between two. I'll go with this one though. I think it's a safe one. I will go with Exorcist. With the priest.
The crucifixion, or
yes.
Okay.
Is it? Yeah, where the priest pulls up to the house and you see a nice shot of his silhouette in front of the house.
Oh well, that's not the crucifixion.
Is
just
I'm mixing the scenes in. I'm mixing the scenes.
Priest introduction.
Okay, no, but the crucifixion is bad. I was thinking of the crucifixion. I just mixed them up.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I mixed them up.
Crucifixion. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted.
Okay. Do I take my first trolley pick here, or do
Absolutely, because I can do one too.
Bataduke, say
Okay.
it. Say it.
give me the scene from Leprechaun 3 where the Leprechaun does an Elvis impression?
All right.
Oh my! I can't. This is going round 5, by the way. Unbelievable.
And the
Dude,
craziest
so
part is that he can.
This to me is Alex Leather with levels of reach right here. This is unbelievable.
Dude, I don't care. It's my list.
Full strange, you know.
Yeah, Cole Strange.
Yeah. Well,
Cole Strange was unbelievable.
and the best part for Jacob is that he can now take another scene from the Leprechaun franchise in Leprechaun in the Hood.
I'm not taking anything from that abomination of a film.
Well, man, I still have a wealth of options. The crucifixion was on my list as well, so, but I'm still feeling fantastic about this whole thing, which is just great. Oh,
I
no.
have to watch that. That looks funny.
Yeah.
That looks funny. I have to watch that.
do we pause? Do we pause for a second and watch?
Yeah, go for it.
Turn that down.
This is unbelievable.
Silly. A lucky sign. The golden side will soon be mine.
He gets run over. Oh no. Oh no. Look at the size difference.
Well, thank you very much. Well, those shoes, they come in blue and suede. I really like them, man.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh my
Thank you,
god.
man. You do that pretty good.
This is unbelievable.
Hey, man. See you on the flip side.
Wow. Wow.
Vegas, my kind of town.
Wow. Wow. I cannot believe you did that. You
See,
selected that.
I've never watched Leprechaun. But if you ask me what I think Leprechaun was, this is probably a good way of putting it.
Oh man. Wow, Jacob. That was round 5? Oh. Oh no. All right. Well, I'm glad we did that though. You know, that's great.
No, absolutely.
I love it. All right. Back to regular scheduled programming, I guess. I'm actually going to take a scene from this year, actually, even though it might not be quite as popular as it will eventually, maybe. But it's, again, spoilers, but oh, fuck. Do I even take this? Because I want you guys to watch it, but not the moment be ruined.
You're lagging, question mark?
Am I?
You're better now.
Okay. I don't even know if I want to take this one now, thinking about it, because I want you guys to watch this movie, and it might ruin the moment if you guys know. Fuck me. I'm not gonna do it. It's on my list though, and if you know, you know. It's from the first Omen. All right. You know, I did say, you know, Jacob went funny, so I'm gonna go funny as well. Again, not a horror film, but horrifying for sure. And I picked it in the horror films that aren't horror films draft. It's the Chocolate River. And Charlie and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Honestly, that is as slapped out of a pick as it gets. Unbelievable pick.
Oh, I think it's great. I think it's fantastic. And then I have one more here, and again, many different ways that I can go, but I think another one that, another one of these scares that just it got me so well on first watch. It's never left my head how it impacted me, and that's going to be the lawnmower scene in Sinister.
Fuck.
Okay.
I knew I shouldn't have taken a troll pick. I knew I shouldn't have.
Yeah, you really did that to yourself.
Son of a bitch. Here, let's go ahead and take another one then.
No.
Give me the scene in Speak No Evil
Oh no.
where James McAvoy yells out, "You cheeky cunt."
I mean, come on, Jacob. You're ruining your draft, dog.
I won the other one, so this one I'm just taking my favorite scenes.
All right.
Okay.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That is the goal here.
Groovy, you haven't seen Speak No Evil. I'm telling you right now, if you watch that movie and you see that scene, you will not stop laughing for 30 seconds.
It is.
I believe you.
And generally speaking, that movie is just really, really funny.
Okay, I have a few of my favorites here, but I will pick this one because I don't think it makes the wraparound. Probably. I forgot his name. But the main character in Get Out, where he's falling, and the conversation with the therapist.
yeah. Hypnosis.
Yes. Phenomenal scene.
Yeah. Really good stuff.
And let me just make sure this movie hasn't been taken here because I feel like it should have been. Okay. All right. Alex is deaf in the Jaws movie. If I remember correctly, there's a zoom.
Oh, Dolly. Yeah.
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 And that zoom really makes you feel like you're in the moment, and like that feeling of shock, seeing what's going on. Yeah, I think that was a very good scene.
Yeah, absolutely. I have Bruce Says Hello on my list for Jaws.
Yeah.
Iconic as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to be taking Invisible Man, and you're probably thinking, oh, it's going to be the paint scene.
No, it's going to be the knife, isn't it?
It's not.
Oh.
It's going to be the cold open where you see her constantly stressing out and checking her back, but you don't understand why until you get to him breaking in the window and realizing that it's an abusive relationship. I think that sets the tone for the movie really well. I thought it was an amazing open to the movie, and it really catches your attention.
All right. Jacob is back to no longer trolling. Love it. Fantastic.
Don't worry, my next pick is going to be one that Brufy will understand, but nobody else will.
Oh, great. That's awesome.
I'm
super
I have
excited.
My last 3 picks, and they will not be picked. Let's go.
Well, we'll see about that.
No, they won't.
Okay. We are going to keep going with ones that I really, really enjoy. And another one, actually, that's not technically horror, but it's very, very horrifying. And it's actually something we also talked about last week with the horror films that aren't horror films draft. It's in 2001: A Space Odyssey, and it's Hal's betrayal.
Mm-hmm.
The one shot of it that always sticks with me is seeing I forget the astronaut's name, but he gets ejected into space and he's just out there and there's nothing else. It's just him and it's black. That is horrifying stuff.
Yeah.
So, fun scene, I think, to pick here.
It's not fun. It is not fun.
No, but for this draft, it's out of the box a little bit.
It's not fun. just for clarity purposes, and because it's messing my brain here. Okay.
Yeah.
Invisible and Jacob's pick is missing an E at the end.
Oh, it is. God damn it.
Thank you.
All right.
It was tickling my brain.
You know what? If I would not have been able to let it go if I noticed. So I'm glad you pointed it out.
Yeah.
Okay. I think this one also, similarly to how you felt about the closet scene in Halloween, I think it would be a disservice for it to not be selected, even if it's not, I guess, scary in our conventional sense, but it's the shower scene in Psycho.
Yeah.
Fair enough. There are two I'm weighing between right now. It's the I'm gonna crawl over there and skull fuck the shit out of you in the opening of the Rob Zombie Halloween movie, and the ending of Halloween Ends. Not like the scene, but just getting the relief of the movie being over.
Jacob is making a mockery of this draft right now.
You took
Unbelievable.
John waking up from me for what? For what exactly?
So I'm gonna take actually one of my favorite scenes in the Saw franchise, and probably my favorite scene actually. It's gonna be from Saw 6, and it's when they have the voice recording changed to Hoffman, and they like confirm it's
Oh
Hoffman.
yes, that was so good.
That scene was so
Yes.
fucking because the entire time you're like all the detectives are there. For those who haven't seen it, all the detectives are there in the room, and they're dissecting the voice recording to figure out who the killer is, while the killer is one of the detectives in the room. And
Yeah.
he's the entire time you know what's about to happen, but the entire time it's showing Hoffman, and he's planning out how he's gonna get out of the situation, and you just watch him figure it out, and then it's so fucking cool. It's a great scene, high tension, really catches your eye.
But however, when you said the different Saw movie, I thought you were gonna go with the Needle Pile. And Saw
That one,
2. That's just what I thought.
that's fair.
Anyways, my next one here. I'm thinking which one is most likely to get sniped. I think I have access to all three of them, but
Dude, you cannot take the "you're not Jigsaw" bitch from me.
no. I'm not going to Saw here. Okay, this next one will be The Others and the piano scene. I'm not sure if you guys have watched The Others.
A while ago.
I think
But
it's
I'm aware of what you're.
I think it's as tense of a scene as it probably gets.
Yeah, it's really solid. It's another one of those slower burn. Like it is allowing it to marinate, and it's slowly, getting hotter. So
Yeah.
solid.
And here I will go with the ending in The Witch.
Dude, I just remembered one that I didn't even have on my list. Oh my fucking god.
Oops.
Seeing her join the witches and it seeing that the witches were actually real
Mm-hmm.
at the end was so good.
Spoilers.
Dude, y'all are about to dap me up for this one. Give me the Georgie death scene from 2017.
God damn it! That was literally my
That
next
took a
pick.
while.
That was my
That
next
took
pick.
a while. Yeah, that took a while.
I forgot about it, dude.
Fuck. You definitely sniped me there. God damn it.
Yeah, this guy.
Great pick.
Yeah.
Great pick. Although maybe it makes my next couple more straightforward here. Yeah, it does. It definitely does. We're going to take the initial monster reveal in The Descent.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, I'm remembering the scene now.
How it just stands right behind her in the
Mhm.
video camera. Fucking crazy. And man, I'm really just trying to pick ones that stuck with me for a while too. We talked about this one as well, actually. Yesterday, Jacob. We talked about this one.
You're gonna snipe me. No.
Yeah, I'm gonna snipe you back. Baseball Boy and Doctor Sleep. Sorry, man. Had to be done.
I will never forgive you. I hope you know this.
Yeah, all right. Fair enough. I understand.
Fuck. There's so many good scenes left. I don't know. I only have one more pick. I wasn't prepared for this. I had my pick made. Trying to fucking think. I'm not gonna take anything from It Chapter 2, although there are some scenes that I do really like in there.
In the Chinese
Chucky.
restaurant?
No Chucky?
Yeah, the Chinese restaurant is actually genuinely one of my favorite scenes.
I think it's really funny.
Yeah, it's so fucking funny. Yeah, I just saw your mother the other day. She leaned over and went, "Bisu baka."
Honestly, yeah. Honestly, though, the hate crime scene that it opens with is really horrifying too.
Dude, that opening is fucking insane. You can also take them killing or Pennywise killing the kid while Bill is stuck in the mirror. That thing is
Oh
fucking.
yeah.
That genuinely had me crying the first time I watched it because I just felt so bad for the kid. Like,
Mm,
because you get that like slight attachment to him for no reason other than he's just like adorable.
yeah.
And like, oh no!
Although
What?
that scene kind of is ruined for me because anytime I think about it now, I think of the meme that I don't know who made it, but this meme went super viral where they put Slipknot over that part, and you know Slipknot. I forget what the song's called exactly, but it's the part where get me up and fuck me up, and they have it they have it lined up perfectly for when Pennywise bangs his head on the glass, and so it's like get me up and fuck. It's so fucking funny, dude.
Uh,
God,
I
what's the
think
song? What's that song called? It's like,
also if I
Called
was gonna
Custer.
if I was gonna take
is
a
that
Chucky,
Custer? Okay.
Pretty sure it's Custer. I don't listen to Slipknot, but
um, if I was gonna take a
it's Custer.
it'd
Okay.
probably be the poisoned soup scene in the Curse of Chucky movie. But I don't fucking know, dude.
Oh,
Because I think I'm gonna take Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street, when he kills Benjamin, or when Benjamin Barker kills the fucking main mayor
Mayor Kill.
in Sweeney Todd.
Sweeney Todd. All right. Interesting pick. Not on my list. Fun.
I unfortunately don't know her name, the actress in this scene, because I think she could have been in my previous draft, considering how good of role she did in Hellraiser. And this scene to me could have gone in first 3 rounds, but I know you guys are not really big on Hellraiser.
Jesus
I
wept.
really and I respect it, but I just don't know enough about it.
I love Hellraiser. And this one is Jesus Wept.
Yep, I
Um,
fucking called it. I just said that.
Just a phenomenal,
Yeah.
phenomenal scene.
It's a good scene. Man, I could go on for forever with this. Really, I still have so many great picks, but we will cut it off there at 10 rounds, and we could talk about honorable mentions / shout outs if we want as well. But that one was
Well, let's see if
a
I
lot of
have
fun.
any.
That was a lot of fun too.
The main one that is omitted from here because I took troll picks is, in my opinion, the scene in Nightmare on Elm Street where either Freddy extends his arms and scrapes them against the walls,
Yeah.
or the scene where his face goes through the wall. I think that's
Hmm.
probably the two that I would pick out of that movie.
Yeah. I have a
Um,
number of them. Some of them
I have one.
Some of them are honestly also incredibly
Oh.
iconic and probably would have been picked if we went longer. Like for example, the Darth Maul demon in Insidious. That is one that is always talked about in conversations like this. So I felt like that deserved a shout out. Another one that I really enjoy is in 1408. Have you guys seen 1408?
I have not.
No.
Fantastic movie. You should definitely check it out. If you do it, watch the theatrical cut. Do not watch the director's cut. Director's cut ruins the ending. The theatrical is way better in that regard. But there's a hammer attack scene in 1408 that I think is another just fantastic way of like revealing, little crumbs of things and then delivering that scare right after. Really good stuff. Rufy, if you have any more, I'll let you talk before I reveal some more of mine.
There's one that I honestly, now that I think of it, I probably should have included here. I mean, I love all of these scenes. It's hard to say, but in Hereditary, when Charlie has an allergic reaction and they have to leave the party, and
Yeah.
I'm sure you get well.
So actually, I have one. Sorry to interrupt, but I have one as well for Hereditary written down. It's the Seance for me. That one scares me quite a bit.
Paranormal Activity has a few good scenes as well. The Ring has some good scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Us has some decent scenes. I think that's pretty much it for me. Yeah.
Okay. Like I said before, I have The First Omen here. There's one scene in there that really makes me nauseous, and it's really horrifying stuff. They actually, this scene and another scene in the film, they had to cut down in order for it to not get an NC-17 rating. So they're pretty damn graphic. I really, really highly recommend that film. I think it's a fantastic prequel. Usually these prequels don't work, but this one does on a lot of levels. Uh, then we've got I said the Darth Maul demon. The basement scene in Zodiac. If you've seen Zodiac, another non-horror film, but that's also a pretty really intense thing. If you've seen the film, also iconic. The Exorcist 3 also has one of the best jump scare slash
Talking about the
scenes.
nurse scene?
Yes, with the nurse. Yeah.
Yep.
That's absolutely fantastic. I really considered drafting that as well with my last pick. We got the I mentioned it once before with the creature design, but the Shimmer Bear scene in Annihilation, I think is also fantastic and really horrifying stuff. And honestly, there are a couple scenes in Annihilation that I could have picked as well. Then another fun one. So we talked about it last week with the horror films that aren't horror films. The whale in Finding Nemo, I have written down here.
Yes.
Because they're in just the blue sea, and then the whale comes up, and then they get eaten by the whale, kinda quasi eaten. So that's horrifying. And then the other one that I thought maybe you would pick because you were talking about like not really like lying under the radar. But this one fucking got me, dude. And it got me so well that the rest of the movie, I was like, my cheeks were clenched the entire rest of the movie. In Mulholland Drive, there is the scene in the diner with the two dudes, and then he's talking about his nightmare, right? And then they go out into the back alley to try to confront the fear, and then that happens. Yeah. Dude, that scared the ever living shit out of me.
You for some reason, as you spoke of Mulholland Drive, I just remembered about a movie that I've spoken about here multiple times, and I completely forgot about it here. Probably would have picked it if I remembered it. The Village. I think probably the scene where they raid the village. Not so much the one in the woods, but I think that one, yeah. And then you see the hand of one of the beasts, like it slowly walks in, and you see the hand walking in first.
Yeah.
On the side, and it's all bloody, and you see the claws, and you think it's a real beast. So, well, we'll get to the movie later on. But anyways, phenomenal movie.
Or another scene that I was considering. Sorry, I thought you were done. That's my bad.
Yeah, I'm going right.
Was in It Follows with the pool scene.
Yeah.
I thought that was scene. I also think it's interesting. We didn't mention A Quiet Place at all. If we were to, I would.
Yeah, I forgot about Quiet Place.
I would mention the scene where they kill the kid off, like the youngest kid, because he had the toy
on the bridge. Yeah.
Yeah, on the bridge. Yeah, I completely forgot about Quiet Place. I probably would have picked it as well, or at least mentioned it. Yeah.
Another notable omission is The Cabin in the Woods, where the little movie script, this entire scene, which is a 2.5-minute scene, the only words that were written for the scene were chaos everywhere. And and then they made an entire scene in the movie about it. It's an amazing scene if you've seen The Cabin in the Woods. If you haven't, then you don't know what I'm talking about. But if you have, you probably do. I would also say that the opening to Barbarian is really good, but I don't know if I could consider that one scene because it is like 10 minutes, so I don't want to count that really.
Okay, that's fair though. When I know which like part where it culminates is what you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also would say the menu with the ending scene or her saying I'm just gonna leave. I thought those were great scenes. But I really enjoyed them just setting themselves on fire. I thought that was a really good scene. And then you obviously can't leave off Mousetrap. The scene where he kills 4 hockey players while not really got me.
Very nice. Very nice.
Lovely.
There's another one that's kind of like the Leo DiCaprio meme in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood where he points at the screen and snaps, and uh, there's that one in The Conjuring 2, and it's not really a scene. It's like kind of in between two scenes, but it's this one shot. It's the tracking shot going down the stairs where in the living room, in the corner of the room, the chair with the old man that died sitting there. He's in the chair for that little tracking shot down the stairs, and that one, when I first saw the film, was like, oh shit, man, like that caught me off guard a little bit, but that's obviously I wouldn't draft that one, but fun mention.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our horror scenes draft, our favorite horror scenes of all time. Barufi had the 1-1, and so he selected the Hannibal Lecter's escape in The Silence of the Lambs. Then afterwards, he chose The Pale Man in Pan's Labyrinth, Hide and Clap in The Conjuring, the closet scene in Halloween, the crucifixion in The Exorcist, the hypnosis scene in Get Out, Alex's death in Jaws, the piano scene in The Others, the ending of The Witch, and Jesus Wept in Hellraiser. Then Jacob had
Jesus Wept. Jesus Wept could have easily been my third overall there, or my third round. But I know for a fact you guys would never pick it.
Yeah, not me. Maybe Jacob could have. I think that's what you were referring to earlier too.
Yeah.
All right, and then Jacob had the 1-2. So to start, he picked Here's Johnny in The Shining. Then he picked John waking up in Saw. Then he picked the final scene in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the chest opener scene in The Thing, then Leprechaun Elvis impression in Leprechaun 3. Then You Cheeky Cunt, Speak No Evil. The cold open in
my car, you cheeky.
Yeah. The cold open in The Invisible Man, the voice recorder reveal in Saw 6, Georgie and the Gutter in It, and then the mayor kill in Sweeney Todd. And then I had the 1-3. So I chose first the birthday video in Signs, the opening scene in Scream, the T-Rex escape in Jurassic Park, the chest burster in Alien, the chocolate river in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the lawnmower in Sinister. I think Lawnmower 86 actually is but anyway. Hal's betrayal in 2001: A Space Odyssey, the shower scene in Psycho, the monster reveal in The Descent, and the baseball boy in Doctor Sleep. All right.
I'm just thinking to see which of your scenes that you guys picked are my favorites. Well, the Jacobs is obvious.
Mm-hmm.
Now yours.
Wait, what do you mean? What's your favorite scene out of my list?
I'm not talking to you, Jacob. I am not talking to you, Jacob.
It's gotta be the Elvis impression.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
It's the most fresh in his mind. We just watched it.
So good.
For you, Anthony, I think it's probably low-key the Chocolate River. Chocolate River was so nice. Chocolate River cooked.
That's a good pick for a non-horror film.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I mean, look, and the story, I don't know how true the story is about being on set, but the story goes that none of the other cast members knew what was actually going to go down in this scene. And so they legitimately thought that that Gene Wilder was having a psychotic episode. And so their reactions were legitimate. At least the children's reactions were, or something like that. But I don't know how true that is. Maybe someone can fact check me. Maybe I'll fact check myself and come back next week with that information. But I always thought that was kind of a fun little story from that one. That's a great scene. I think from yours, Hannibal Lecter's escape is fantastic. It's a great bait and switch. But maybe Hide and Clap is the most iconic there and the most fun as well. Like I said, I wanted to pick that, but didn't happen. And then similarly with Jacobs, Here's Johnny is iconic and awesome. The chest opener is iconic and awesome. But another one that he sniped from me was Georgie and the Gutter and It. So I'm going to have to pick that out of those.
Yeah, I think you did good about getting like the most well-rounded list, Anthony. But fucking baseball boy scene in Doctor Sleep. I thought I could get that down the road because I didn't think that it was gonna be taken for some reason. But fuck, man,
Mm-hmm.
that scene is so good.
Yeah.
Ruthie, have you seen Doctor Sleep?
I have not. I've heard great things about it.
Dude, you have to. If you like The Shining, you have to see Doctor Sleep.
Yeah, I've heard it's phenomenal. I know a lot of people who prefer Doctor Sleep over The Shining.
Yeah, that's a little too far, but
Well, probably book fans.
Okay, all right.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well, that was a really, really fun episode and a fun set of drafts there. We'll see how I do the graphic for this one. Maybe I'll just do a 2-parter or something, but
do separate graphics because on Instagram it'll flow well.
yeah.
Especially if you did the long style.
Mm.
I think that'll help with it.
Yeah, I do like the long style as well, and I can do a little bit more with it. You know, I was able to put our logo in the background just for a little some aesthetic thing. So I think that's the way moving forward. If you don't know what we're talking about, check out the Instagram. That's where a lot of the graphics will be posted to from now on. Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah. Any last things that we want to talk about?
No, I think that's all I had to say. I think that we did good on these drafts. We got to talk about a lot of fun, interesting horror movies, and I just felt like this was a really well-written episode for Halloween.
Yeah. All right. Without further ado, we'll wrap it up here. Thank you all very much for tuning in once again. We really, really appreciate anyone that does and anyone that continues to show us support by liking, subscribing, just giving us a view. We really appreciate it. Please share if you enjoyed and you think someone in your life will enjoy it too. We really, really, really appreciate it, and we could really use the support. So, yeah. All right. Have a good night, everybody. And this has been Coast to Coast.